You are already ahead of 90% of traders if you can just learn the trading framework I'm going to give to you. All the guys you don't see on social medias, we're really making money from trading, are here for a reason, and that's the guys I got in my network. They have a professional way of treating trading, and in this guide I will teach you the way by showing you my vision, my formula to get you profitable, my whole strategy framework from optimization to psychological processes. So my name is Hugh, I started trading 5 years ago. I currently have 7 figures of prop firm capital and private investor capital under management. I'm trading an objective mechanical system, blah 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 blah, you probably don't care. Okay, just going straight into it. Each video will treat specific subject and I will give as much value as possible, as much input as possible, so you can have my output, making money, literally, having investors capital, having prop firm capital, making 3 to 10% per month. So what is a mechanical trading system? In short, it's like an approach that will be rule based to your trading. Okay, you've got clear entry and exit signals based on data, not emotions. Okay, there is no more second guessing, no gut feelings. There's just rules that you follow every single time. It's a system that you can give even to a 6-year-old kid. He will be able to make money with it. Okay, as long as the system is backed up with data, etc, etc. Okay, so yeah, mechanical trading will remove the guesswork and it will be data driven, proven, and unemotional. Okay, so now why is this essential? Because basically without a system like this, you're just gambling. All the traders you see on social media have nothing backed up by data. Most of them will just tell you, oh, I have a trading model, just execute this, and this, and then it will work. No, you guys are just playing with luck. You guys are just gambling. And I guess you can feel it in your P&L, in the way you fail from that account, in the way sometimes you get to pass a challenge, in the way you're not consistent. No, you probably don't have a good system, a professional system. It's not only about mechanical trading system, it's about backing up everything with data. Okay, you absolutely need this because you're gambling otherwise. Okay, so how many times you just enter trade, you opt for the best and you end up losing. With a mechanical system, you eliminate that noise. You eliminate that, oh, I hope for the best. You can execute 10 trades and you know that at the end of the 10 trades, you will make money. So there is no more staring at the chart for hours. You either get a signal or you don't have a signal. Okay, it's black and white. It's clear and you know exactly what to do. Okay, so now let's dive into the core structure of a mechanical trading system. And now it gets really, really interesting. I'm going to give as much value as possible. Okay, I love this subject. A mechanical trading system will not work like this. You can build a mechanical trading system, and if you just build it like this and you just like let it alone, it will work for a few months. You will probably make money. I experienced this because I created a system in my Telegram. I give them to people for free. People were making a shit ton of money, like passing prop firm challenge, etc. And then all of a sudden, the strategy was like doing nothing good. Like all stop loss, losing streaks. Okay, and I'm going to explain why. Okay. So your mechanical trading system is based on certain rule. At the moment you create these rules are based on the actual data of the market. Okay, you create your system. We will see how you create the system, but you create your system based on market information at a certain moment, at a certain time. Okay, so let's say you create your mechanical trading system on the data from 2022 to 2024, and from 2022 to 2024, it's working really, really well. Your system have a good win rate, etc. You have good rules. You just need to follow these rules, and then you're making money. That's good. But again, it's based on a certain time. The market is constantly changing. Okay, the market have a cyclical nature, so it will not always be in the same cycle, let's say. Okay, it will always change. That's why your system will not sustain long term. That's why you need a frequent optimization of your system. Okay, you need to have process in place that allow you to constantly change your system based on market cyclical nature. So again, the market got cycle, and your actual trading system can work in a certain cycle. Okay, so let's say the actual market cycle is like the market cycle is constantly changing, and we're like here, and your system is working like really good. Okay, but when we're like here, your system is not working anymore. Okay, so you need to optimize it. So you have different way of optimizing your system to sustain the market cyclical nature, because so your system is here, it's like this gear turning and turning, and it's going really well and really well and printing money. Let's say it's like literally printing you money, but then the wave of the market will come in its way. And if your system is not prepared to either stop or to adapt to the market cyclical nature and the wave and all the things that will come, then the money will not be printed out. Like, it will just stop and you will start to lose money. Okay, you will start to lose a lot of money. Okay, that's why you need to optimize it based on the market cyclical nature. Okay, and then again, you have two ways of optimizing your system. First, you learn that your system will work specifically on certain cycle of the markets, or you constantly adapt it to the actual cycle. So if we are in a cycle where like, I don't know, it's US election, there is a lot going on, the market's got a lot of momentum, it's very volatile, and yeah, you just want to adapt your actual system to this, then you constantly adapt. Okay, it's like this, I need to adapt my system to change a lot of parameters so it's adapted to the actual market conditions. Okay, now if we are another example, you build your system based on range. Okay, so your system works really, really well on range. Okay, when the market's just ranging, then you know that when the market got some good trends going on like this, you stop trading. Okay, you just don't trade. That's the example for me. Okay, I got a system that is built on market trends. I trade only one currency, which is EU. Okay, sometimes GU, depends on the quality of the data. So I trade only EU, and when the market is ranging, I just don't trade. And sometimes it can last a full month. Okay, in 2024, I had full months waiting, doing nothing. But at the end, I lost no money. And my yearly P&L is an absolute banger, and I made a lot of return on investment. Okay, but when there is period of the market is ranging, I know that my system got no probability of working. I've tried it live, I tried it backtesting, I tried to optimize it, it's not working. So I stop it, and I wait for trend to be back, and then I trade again. Okay, so that's the like big problem of mechanical trading system. Again, market cyclical nature. Okay, so what you need to have is clear entry signals. Okay, the clearest it is, the less doubt you will have, the less second guessing thoughts you will have, the less self-descriptive psychological behavior you will have. Defined exit criteria. You're not playing it by here. Okay, you want to know your risk target and reward. Okay, you want to know exactly when to exit and exactly when to take your profit or to exit a loss. Okay, and sticking to it. You will be tempted to deviate for your system. Don't let the system work for you. You need to keep the same variables, the same system for years and years and years on, and learn to know it, to master it. Okay, so yeah, you need to stick to it. So you will know your market better, you will know yourself better, and you will know your system better. And by doing this and by sticking to this during months and months and years, you will be profitable 100%. Okay, so that's the core structure of the mechanical system. Know how to build the system. Okay, I'm going to simplify the whole module because this is a lot. I can complexify this a lot more. Okay, but I'm going to go very simple. You need to select a market first. My advice for this is select a market that you know, that you already been trading on it. Okay, people are constantly changing market, trading gold, then trading forex, then trading this pair, and then this pair, and so at the end they don't have a deep understanding of their specific market, and they wonder why they're not profitable. I'm on EU since 5 years. I never moved. EU, GU, EU, GU, and then I cut GU because simplicity is better for me and it scales. Okay, so I only have EU. So select a market, and you need to know this market. No, I know you. I know that USD is a bipolar pair. Okay, so I know that trading forex EU, if you want to make money, like that's not the best idea. Okay, because the system that you need to create need to be like very, very fine tuned. Okay, but I know EU. Okay, I mastered EU. That's why I'm still sticking to it. But if you create a new system, I highly advise you to move from USD pairs because they have so much in correlation with the macroeconomic environment, and so this will just fuck your whole system up constantly, because the market is moving too much. There is no clear decision, there is no clear trend. So yeah, it's quite hard to define a system and to have a professional system on this type of pairs. And to make a strategy objective, you need to have, and to make it mechanical, you need to have specific time frames, okay? Because time frames are objective. If I see one candle that is 5 pips in 5 minutes, you will see exactly the same candle that is 5 pips in 5 minutes. So you need to have specific time frames. So for example, my strategy for me, I'm going to leak it. Let's say I have two specific time frames, H1 and M5, and then based on the specific time frames, so we have EU, okay? We have EU, then we have specific time frames, then we have entry conditions. Okay, so based on these specific time frames, I create certain entry conditions. So based on H1, I have two entry conditions. Okay, it's not entry still, it's like H1, I want two things to happen. Thing one happen, it's good. Thing two happen, it's good. Okay, I can now drop to M5, and in M5 again, I got clear entry conditions that are objective, that I can give you now, and you can have my strategy, but I will not give you for the moment. Okay, I don't want to, because it took me so much time. Same thing, M5, I have specific entry conditions that I follow. Boom, boom, and one of them is timing. For example, let me give you one of them. Is a specific timing window, okay? And I know that, you see, it's the lines here, and I know I've backtested it. I've gone so deep inside all the data, and I know that these specific timings, when I execute with my specific entry conditions in over 100 trades, I will be a winner, okay? So yeah, two entry conditions in H1, they're good, okay? Then I drop into M5, one entry conditions, two entry conditions, third entry conditions, okay, I can execute now, okay? And now, okay, I executed, but what is the most important? Set your exit and SL placement, because I can have all of this input, I can have a good market, I can have good time frames, good entry conditions, everything is optimized. If I don't have a good way of exciting and a good SL placement, then I'm dead. Okay, so you have specific entry conditions, so you have a market that you have time frames, and then based on these time frames, you have entry conditions. That is really important. You need to underpin your entry conditions on your time frames. So H1 specific entry conditions, M5 specific entry conditions, not entry conditions for H1 and M5. No, it's H1 specific, M5 specific. It needs to be pinned by time frames, because otherwise you will get lost. Everything needs to be fucking clear. Then you need to record data and optimize all your processes. I will not go deep inside it again. This is from my mentorship, but like planning and data prepping, there is a lot of process that you need to get through. You can look on the internet. These are some finance things. Then you go to gathering and cleaning your data, exploring and modeling your data, and then optimizing your data. Okay, and how to back up your whole strategy. So yeah, to make it really simple, you record data, you go through certain software, you input your data, you look at what is working on specific day, what is not working on specific day. Okay, over 100 trades, example for me, over 100 trades on Monday, London, in my timings 9 and 11, I had 13% win rate. Okay, 13% win rate. It's shitty. What I did, I just deleted Monday London. Okay, so no more Monday London for me. No, Monday London is just for watching. No more trades. Okay, and how I was able to make this decision, just by looking at my data, having good software. I'm doing everything on EdgeWonk. Okay, so just take a look at EdgeWonk. Okay, that's where I have all my data, where I do my backtest, where I have my investors data, etc. Okay, so I just go through this and I optimize everything. I cut what is bad. I keep what is good. Okay, and over months and months you will have a good strategy. Okay, it's about how much you go through the feedback loop. Okay, how much you take your entry conditions, you optimize, but you need to be very careful of this, of not making any over optimization, because there is a certain point where if you optimize the strategy too much, then you will not be able to execute it in live. Like if I optimize my strategy too much, I say, okay, at this exact minute I need to execute. Humanly, it's not possible to exactly at each moment execute here, because I will not be available. I will have a little bit of latency. So you need to add this little bit of like thing like this moving part, okay, that you can't control as a human because you're not a robot executing, okay, and that's why over optimizing can lead to bad results. Okay, so you need to have realistic results, and you have specific mathematics, I don't know how to say it, indicators, let's say, that if you put all your data together, all your win rate, your profit factor, etc., you can have a ranking on how possible it is for you to execute as a human your strategy. Okay, this is called on EdgeWonk the SQN. Okay, so just look at your SQN. And then what you can do, that's the last thing, once you have a strategy that is backed up by data, that you spend a lot of time on it, you can audit the strategy. You go through a certain institution, you send them your data, etc., and then they will do an audit of your strategy to say if it's a good strategy or not. And then you can present that to specific investors with a track record, with payouts for prop firm, etc., and you can get a lot of money by doing this. Okay, that's how I managed to have under 7 figures of asset under management. Okay, so here, for example, are the performance of my strategy, and here you have the descriptive of the strategy. Okay, optimized. The system is continuously optimized to adapt to varying market conditions, utilizing a robust framework of backtesting and real-time analysis. Okay, I have a self-correcting mechanism. Okay, etc., etc. So that's what I simply explained to you. Okay, let's drop into the next thing, which will be much more interesting, and which will be the thing that people do not tell you, and why the system will not work. Okay, no, so let's put it all together and tell you something really interesting. So there is one thing I realized after years of trading. There is a problem with the mechanical system, is that it's almost impossible to get consistently a bias solely based on a mechanical system. For Forex, okay, that's based on my data and based on a subjective judgment. For me, it's almost impossible to get consistently a bias solely based on a mechanical system, because it needs too much optimization, and for me, it's quite random. The solution to this, to get your bias, it's to add a bigger system in the upper hierarchy that will set subjectively a bias for the week that you can act upon with the mechanical trading system. Let me explain that. You have your LTF system, I called like my little time frame system, which is a mechanical trading system, okay, which are certain rules I need to follow, and once they are followed, I can execute my position. Okay, so I have this system, and having a bias with this system, as I said, is almost impossible. So the solution is to add over it a higher time frame system that will, based on subjective judgment and experience, so on certain technical analysis skills, for example, will set a bias for the week, so bullish or bearish, and then based on this bias, so bullish, let's say bullish is we take buys, bullish bias, we take buys, then it will filter my LTF system, and my LTF system will know either we are looking for buy or either we are looking for sell for the week ahead. Okay, so I set my buys for the week, bullish, bearish, and then my LTF system take into consideration that, okay, I'm only looking for buys, I'm only looking for sells with the LTF mechanical system. Okay, that's the solution. The result is that the mechanical trading system will be less prone to market cyclical nature, and you will need less optimization. It will work longer, better, and the win rate will be unbelievable. For example, I have a 75% win rate yearly. Okay, so this year I've got 75% yearly win rate. Okay. And I make between 3 to 10% per month consistently. So yeah, you need a bias definition system, okay? Why I still tell you a system, I told you it's subjective, but it's subjective with a process approach, okay? And this process approach allow me to get the weekly bias right 70% of the time, okay? That's my data here. I will not zoom this too much because I will just give you the thing, but yeah, it's basically a system like, is that good? Yes, no, we wait. 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 Result, bias bullish or bias bearish. Okay, is that good? Yes. Is that good? Yes, 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 yes. If no, wait, yes. Okay, it's a system like this, like a robot. Okay, I try to put everything in a process, even if it's subjective. And so these are the data for, this is basically the data for the bias setting system. Okay, so over 208 weeks of backtesting, I get the weekly bias right 64.5% of the time, and on real market testing I get it right 75% of the time. So it's approximately, if we add a standard deviation from 62.2 to 71% of the time, I will get the right bias for the week ahead on EU and GU. Okay, so that's a fucking good system. So I have a system, it gives me 62 to 71% of the time the right weekly bias. Okay, that's so fucking good. So yeah, why I need this again, and you see it's a wall house, like you have your LTF system that allow you to be mechanical and to remove all the, like this is a banger. Like you have your LTF system that will remove, like a mechanical system, it will remove all the guesswork, it will remove all the emotion, it remove the second guessing, the dope, the stress, etc. And this LTF system will not work long term because we have market cyclical nature. So how do we fix that? We add a HTF system, a system that is subjective and that give me the bias on the weekly terms. And then what we need to add, and that's the little secret sauce, the foundation. And the foundation of this whole thing are preparation processes, psychology processes. Okay, to upgrade your psychology, a good trading infrastructure that make everything that make everything professional, then data recruiting processes, then data analyzing processes. Okay, and with all of that, you had a good trading paradigm aligned with the reality and good ability to sit on your hands, because 80% of the time I'm just sitting on my hands looking at the market and waiting for the perfect condition to execute. Okay, so a good ability to sit on your hands, a good risk management with certain mathematic models, and then you're profitable. You just add times, discipline, and you're profitable. Like that's my key for profitability. It's a bit complex, to be honest, and that's like layers of understanding that people will not tell you on YouTube, because they just come and they say trade this ICT model shit. Like, no, it's not working like that. This is for me like the holy grail. Okay, here you have everything. It's really it's a simplification of the model here. For me, it's a bit more complex. All the preparation processes, I can go into this so deep. Psychology processes, I can go into this so deep. Infrastructure, same, everything, I can go into this so deep. Okay, so much more deeply. Okay, but here it's a simplified model. So what you need basically, if you just go down, is like, let's do that again. We just deviated from what we were supposed to do, but yeah. You need a good system first, a mechanical system. You need a mechanical system, but we have a problem. This system is prone to market cyclical nature, okay? Let me do this fast, okay? So this system will not work long term, okay? So what do? We underpin this whole system with a much more bigger system, and this much more bigger system will give a weekly bias for each week. Okay, weekly bias each week. Okay, and when the weekly bias is good, then we drop into the LTF system. Okay, weekly bias each week. Okay, then we drop into the LTF mechanical system. Okay, and then you just execute and you back this whole thing that you see here. You back it up here, boom, with data. You back this whole thing with data. Okay, this whole thing is backed up with a shit ton of data, and you know how to record your data, you know how to optimize your data, and you optimize this mechanical system every 3 months. You keep the same weekly bias system for years and years. It will always work because it's not mechanical. And then to smoother all the psychological hurdles, because there is one variable that you can control, it's you, the human, and to smoothen all the human thing, the human variable that can fuck this whole thing up, what you do, you had psychology processes, psychology processes, sorry, like an ability, certain processes that will make you able to control your psychology much more easier. Okay, then you add data recording processes, so you can record data on you can record data on your execution, and you can optimize your problem on execution. Okay, and you add this whole bunch of processes. You add a certain infrastructure of trading, a good, well-run built infrastructure of trading, and then this whole thing becomes a big, well-oiled process, and you're just profitable. To dig deeper into all I told you, you will be easily able to make consistently 3 to 10% per month, have a high win rate, have great results, and make a shit ton of money. if you have enough asset under management. But if you back up your data with professional institution that come and check your edge and say, okay, this is good, and you show it to investors, you come with a good track record like this, and you show it to investors, you will easily leverage 6 figures, 7 figures, and going on into 8 figures, okay? And you can also easily pass profit challenge. So that's it for the video. But if you're struggling to get profitable and you can't figure out how to get funded or make any profits, then I might be able to help you, okay? You don't have to click the first link in the description. There is one, but if you do, there will be a video of me telling you how I help a lot of traders solve this same problem, okay? Don't worry, there is no free course, there is no webinars or whatever. I don't want you to feel obliged to click it, but feel free to. I only work with traders on a selective basis because I'm looking for disciplined individuals, and what I'm teaching to people is very high level, and I don't want to have people that are not serious, okay? So that's all for the video. If you like the video, there's a button for that, so be sure to press it if you did, okay? Comment any video or idea or request you have, and subscribe if you want more content that keeps you engaged to the end. Have a blessed day ahead. Thanks so much for watching. I wish you all the best, and take profits only.